Chazak Baruch. Boker Tov, everyone. Shavua Tov. So we're continuing with the halachot of Sukkot. We mentioned that a person's schach has to be at least 51% of the area has to be covered with schach, majority. Now you might say, okay, let me put, I have a 10-foot thing. I'll put 6 feet of schach and 4 feet of air. No, it's got to be spread around so that you don't have 3 tfachim, 24 centimeters of air. So 24 centimeters squared, for sure that's the situation. There can't be 24 centimeters squared, 3 tfachim squared of just air. Even if it's 24 centimeters kind of straight, then that's also could be an issue. And when it comes to schach pasul, let's say there happens to be a metal rod on your schach. So if it's 4 tfachim, 32 centimeters, then that's where there's an issue. If it's just like a nail or something small, now not a nail that's holding things up, but there's some small pasul schach, provided it's less than 4 tfachim, it's technically okay. Not to serve as schach, but it doesn't make your schach pasul. Now, schach should ideally be put up by an adult Jew as opposed to a minor or a non-Jew. Ideally, if it was put up by a minor or a non-Jew, then it's technically kosher, but you need to mena'aneh. You need to kind of lift up the bottom of the schach as if you're putting it on right now and having the intention that you're putting it on for Sukkot. If, let's say, your sukkah falls on Yom Tov, now building a sukkah is not allowed on Yom Tov or Shabbat because it's the melacha boneh, you're building. But you can, due to the mitzvah, you can ask a goy to build it for you, rebuild it for you on Yom Tov if it does fall. Now, when it comes to schach, you're not allowed to take schach from city-owned places unless you have permissions. You can't go into Earl Bales and chop some wood, now use it for your sukkah. That's what's called mitzvah baba avera, mitzvah that comes through a sin. If you don't own it, you can't use it, even if it's something that's city-owned, unless you have permission. And also, you're allowed to use someone else's sukkah. You don't have to own your own. Like when it comes to lulav on the first day, you could borrow someone else's sukkah, but you need to get permission. Meaning you can't just, I need to eat somewhere, I see a sukkah, let me just go in. So you should make sure that you ask permission before you go into someone else's sukkah. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha is at 6:45. We're going to Shkia Minyan, so 6:45. There's also a mitzvah, if anyone is able to, for the 1-year yortzeit of a friend of the shul, Daniel Contier's sister-in-law, father's 1-year yortzeit. They need a minyan. That's at 12:30 right here at Bathurst Lawn. If anyone could help out, we need two more people. And lastly, we want to wish our dear friend Oren a Nisiya Tova and bring back the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael and enjoy. And we want to wish a Baruch Haba to Mr. Rahman from Eretz Yisrael. So changing places a little bit. Baruchim Vayim and Bishat Tova. Mazal Tov V'zat Hashem Bishat Tova. All the best, everyone. Have a good day and Shavua Tov.